At the same time, SARS and the Reserve Bank is starting to look into cryptocurrency traders. Let's discuss these developments with Sean Sanders, CEO of digital investment platform Revix. Sean, very good morning to you. Firstly, tell us about what's happening on the cryptocurrency front. We know that Elon Musk got involved. Is that what's pushing it up?
Good morning. Thanks very much for having me. So it's a multitude of factors. I think Elon Musk through Tesla, investing $1.5 billion, that's a really big story, if not the biggest story in crypto's history. The second area the second development that's really occurred recently is that you've seen a lot of institutional investors. And now these aren't necessarily just the blue chip corporations such as Tesla, but you're seeing the likes of Stanley Druckenmiller, you're seeing the Harvard Endowment Fund, you're seeing the Browns Endowment Fund in the US. They're moving some of their investment portfolio into cryptocurrency and in particular into Bitcoin. And this is seeing a surge in this market. I mean, the crypto market hit a peak of about $1.6 trillion. And let's put that, in comparison to South Africa's economy, that's about 13 times the size of South Africa's economy, which is absolutely remarkable.
Okay, and why? What is it that they like about these cryptocurrencies, and what does it suggest for its future?
Sure. So the thing that they like the most really is that it's an uncorrelated asset class, which means that if you're looking at stocks or you're looking at bonds or you're looking at property, there's certain factors that drive those assets, that drive the returns of those assets. If you're looking at crypto, it's a completely different kettle of fish. Cryptocurrency's adoption is still yet to be proven. I mean, there's a lot of adoption happening in Asia. There's a lot of adoption happening in Africa. But, will these actually become a de facto currency of a particular nation? That's one of the big questions. You're seeing this decentralized finance boom. And if you haven't heard of decentralized finance, I'd go recommend reading about it because it is quite an emerging area. So these different developments are really driving this boom in crypto, and seeing institutional investors with millions, if not billions of dollars into the space is then creating this sort of FOMO effect, not just with retail investors, which are everyday people like you and I, but corporations that are looking to invest in the space. And that's what's driving this market higher.
And then in layman's terms, I mean, basically you're taking this cryptocurrency and you can buy things with it. It's also leaving out the middleman, isn't it? It's exempt from bank charges, for example.
Most certainly. It sort of breaks apart the traditional financial system. Never in our history have we been able to send a digital payment from one party to another. Currently, I instruct my bank, that bank then makes a payment to your bank, and that's the way that payments work. Now, kind of financiers, and I know this very well, I come from a finance background, we're very good at sort of putting middlemen in this process to sort of extract fees. Crypto completely circumvents that. It's a peer-to-peer network. There's no middleman involved whatsoever. And that's really the big appeal here. The other area I think with crypto, which is really interesting, in particular with the likes of Bitcoin and Litecoin, is that you've got a fixed number of these coins in circulation. Now, it sounds kind of weird when you say this to a digital, or say this about a digital currency, but you only have 21 million Bitcoin that'll ever be in circulation. There's currently only 18 million. Now, if you think about all the millionaires in the world, you are exceeding 21 million by quite some way, which means there's not even one Bitcoin for every millionaire in the world. So that's really the big opportunity here, is when people start allocating a little bit of their wealth to crypto, and in particular Bitcoin, just like what they've done with gold in the past, just like what they've done with silver and property and all these other asset classes. That's really the big investment opportunity here. And with crypto, you're not necessarily looking at just a 10 or 20 or 30% return. If this actually does turn out to become a de facto currency for a nation, or a reserve currency for a sovereign entity or something like that, you could really be looking at a 5 or 10 or 20x return. And that's what's alluring a lot of people to this crypto space.
Okay, so I bought Ethereum about 5 years ago. It's done, it went, it plummeted basically as soon as I got it. How come Bitcoin versus Ethereum and the other currencies, I mean, how come Bitcoin is booming, others are not? And then you say that we can buy a little, so you can buy, so you say there's one Bitcoin. If you want to get involved, you've got to get a wallet. Talk us through that and how much you can buy.
Yeah, sure. So if you're wanting to get started with investing in crypto, firstly, don't rush out into the market. It is a volatile market. Start with a small amount of money. With Revix, you can start with 500 Rand. We make it really easy to get started. If you're looking at investing in crypto as well, we would not necessarily say just pick Bitcoin or just pick Ethereum or just pick one of the cryptocurrencies. So what we offer is a variety of cryptocurrencies, very similar to the Satrix Top 40, which is a bundle of cryptocurrencies. And this means you get diversified exposure to this market. Now, I hope that you held onto your Ethereum, because Ethereum actually hit an all-time high about a month ago. It hit just north of $2,000.
Woo!
And Did you hold on to it?
I did.
You did, so you must be smiling.
But it's
because
down
if you
again. I know. I mean, I think that's the thing. It's the volatility that frightens people off.
Most certainly. But I think if you look at, it is a volatile asset class. Let's be very realistic here. But if you look at the 12-month returns of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, I mean, Ethereum's almost doubled Bitcoin's returns. And the reason for this really is that, remember that Bitcoin makes up about 67%, 65 to 67% of the entire crypto market. So it's sort of just like, Naspers in the Satrix Top 40, right? It takes up a very big percentage of that overall investment category. And over time,
so, Sean, I'm going to jump in here
crypto...
quickly because we've run out of time. What should people avoid? Because I know that there are a lot of scammers out there.
Do your homework. Go talk to the teams that are behind these cryptocurrency projects. So if you're investing with Revex or you're investing with another platform, go speak to their customer support. Don't start big. Remember, and don't listen to people when they're promising returns. There is no guaranteed returns in the crypto market whatsoever. So if you're looking to get started, start small. Do not trust immediately. Go ask customer support questions. Go and dig into the people behind these businesses. I think that's the best advice I can give.
Good advice. Sean Saunders, thank you.